Our series begins with a girl named Young who lives alone with her little sister, Danny. She is responsible for her and has been raising her since she was a baby after their father passed away 7 years ago. Since then, our heroine has worked many jobs. But because she is alone and weak with no lover, no relatives, and no one to rely on, everyone who comes and goes deceives her, takes advantage of her, and eats her rights. No one gives her money or shows her any mercy. One time, while she is sitting sad, miserable, and hopeless that anyone will help her, her phone rings. She finds a client calling her for some kind of job. She gets happy and agrees right away, saying, "Finally, life is smiling at me." But less than a minute later, dear viewer, life laughs at her instead because the client wants to give her very little money and exploit her like the others. She reaches her limit, fights with him, scolds him badly, and hangs up on his face. Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. She says, "What is it now, life? Is there no one but me?" She opens the door and finds a landlady in front of her. "Hey, miss, aren't you going to bring the rent? You're 3 months late. Honestly, if it weren't for your circumstances, I would have kicked you out by now. Today is your last chance. If you don't pay, I'll throw you out and dump your things in the street." Our heroine speaks to her politely and respectfully, saying, "I swear I don't have money right now. I need to find a job so I can pay you what you want. Please give me 2 or 3 days." The woman replies, "Not my problem, sweetheart. Solve your problems away from me." She gives her a harsh shove. A cruel woman with a heart of stone. She says you have 24 hours. Either you bring the late rent or pack your things and leave. Our heroine tries again, saying, "Just give me 1 month and I'll give you everything I owe plus a year's advance. Anything." The woman softens just a little and says she'll let her stay until the end of the week. Otherwise, she'll call the police to deal with her and throw her out themselves. And not only that, she'll expose her in the street and make sure no one rents to her again. Our heroine starts thinking about what to do because she knows this woman is cruel and can easily carry out her threats since all she cares about is money. So she starts looking for another apartment to move into with her sister by the end of the week. But before going to look at apartments, she stops to pick up Danny from school. There, she sees Danny fighting with her classmates and learns that Danny's classmates are bullying her because she's an orphan and doesn't have a father. They also refuse to let her join their camping trip. Our heroine gets angry and talks to Danny, saying, "Who are these stupid kids upsetting you? Leave them to me and I'll eat them with my teeth, I promise. Don't let them talk to you like that. Give them a proper lesson." Danny tells her she's gotten used to being bullied because she's alone, rejected, and doesn't have a father to protect her. Our heroine feels guilty that she's affected her sister, so she insists on going to annoy them and get her rights back. She tells them Danny will join the camping trip, whether they like it or not, and she'll buy her the best tent too. Danny is happy that her sister is defending her and thanks her. But the bullies get worse and say, "Okay, we know you'll buy her a tent, but can you buy her a dad? All of us have fathers. We'll be together, play, dance, and use the fire. And you and your sister will be alone, rejected, with no one and no dad." Our heroine explodes and says, "Are these kids crazy? How old are you to talk like that? You're insulting me. What is this, kids? Were you breastfed bullying or what? Where did you learn all this, you little pest? If your parents didn't raise you, I will." And she runs after the kids. Danny tries to stop her and says, "It's okay. I forgive them. Enough. I'll get exposed at school. Isn't it enough that they bully me for not having a dad? Now they'll say my sister's crazy," but our heroine doesn't care and says, "No way. Today I'm going to teach them the manners their parents didn't." After our heroine teaches them a lesson, she goes to her job at the cafe with her friend Leo, the only young man she knows in her life, and who's always stood by her since her parents died. As usual, she starts venting and telling him what's happening with her and Danny. The kids at school are bullying her and those annoying boys. "I upset them and taught them manners today. They say she doesn't have a dad, and on top of that, the landlady wants the rent and will throw us out." He tries to comfort her, and she says, "No need. Today I taught those kids manners, and they won't dare talk to Danny again." He tells her, "What you did isn't right. What if things turn around and instead of stopping, they bully her even more? She feels guilty and admits she overdid it and matched heads with little kids. She asks, so what should I do now to make it up to Danny? As usual, he decides to help her. He tells her he'll let her go home early today to prepare a surprise for Danny, and he'll take her shift. Not only that, he gives her some of his money so she can buy Danny her favorite food, gifts and toys, make up with her, and compensate her for what she's been going through at school. She's extremely happy and says, "Thank you, best brother in the world." He replies, "Brother, get out of here before I walk away." Joking, she says, "Okay, I'm leaving now to prepare everything Danny loves. Bye." At the same time, Danny is walking in the streets, wandering with nothing to do. She's alone with no friends or family asking about her. By coincidence, she sees a pizza place where a father and daughter are sitting inside eating. It catches her attention, and she stands outside watching them. The man gets annoyed and calls the shop owner, saying, "Take care of that girl standing outside. We can't even eat in peace." The shop owner gets angry and comes out to yell at innocent, cute Danny, saying, "Go away, girl. What brought you here? Where are your parents? How did they leave you like this?" She tells him, "I don't have parents, uncle. I'm alone now, they all died." But he doesn't care that she's an orphan and says, "Yeah, it shows on your face. Now get lost from here." She gets upset and stays silent, unable to defend herself. At that moment, our charismatic, classy hero, in short, John, passes by and sees the scene in front of him and how this pig is talking to the girl like that. His blood boils and his anger reaches its limit. He pushes him and says, "Get yourself together before I do it for you. How dare you talk to her like that? Even animals wouldn't behave like this." The man says, "Who are you, man? What's it to you?" He replies, "I'm her father. Got a problem? I'd love for you to talk to me the same way you just talked to her, right now, in front of me, and I'll break your face." The man gets scared, grabs some papers and says, "Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know she was yours, boss." He says, "That's better. Fix yourself before I fix you." Then he asks Danny, "What do you want to eat? I'll get it for you. Choose whatever you want, even the whole restaurant. Money doesn't matter. I'll buy it for you." She gets very happy and decides to annoy the shop owner, saying, "I want to choose the biggest pizza inside and eat it with you. The most important thing is the biggest pizza, me and you." At the same time, our heroine reaches home and prepares all of Danny's favorite food and sits waiting for her to surprise her, just like she agreed with Leo. She sends her a message saying she prepared everything. Suddenly, Danny arrives happy and cheerful. Our heroine is surprised and asks where she was and why she's late. Danny dodges the question and says she was feeling a little upset and decided to walk around until she felt better. Our heroine gently scolds her about her behavior at school today and tells her she prepared a surprise and all her favorite food to make her happy. "I made the chicken you love. Come eat and get full so you can be strong and beat those bullies and defend yourself." Danny says, "No thanks, I'm not hungry." She asks, "Really? You're still upset because of those bullies? They killed your appetite? I swear when I see them." Danny interrupts her. "No, not at all. It's not because of them. I honestly stopped caring about them or what they say. I want to talk to you about something else. Something really important." She asks, "What is it? What disaster did you cause?" Danny says, "No, this time it's good. I'll ask you a question and answer honestly. Don't you wish you had a handsome, tall, strong dad?" She says, "Of course I do. Is that even a question? I wish I had a dad to protect me, provide for me, spoil me, and beat up bullies and anyone who annoys me." Danny says, "Me too." Our heroine gets upset and says, "What did I do wrong? I feed you, give you money, buy you clothes. What else is left?" Danny says, "I swear I know you never fell short with me. Never. But I still need a dad, and you need one too." She replies, "You're right, but where will we get one from?" Danny gets excited and says, "That's none of your business. I'll bring you one myself." Our heroine is surprised and thinks she's joking. So just to get through the night, she says, "Sure, sweetheart, bring one. Bring 5 dads if you want. We won't say no, not taking kids seriously." But Danny insists and says, No, I'll bring you one. Not 5. All you have to do is wait for me and give your nice like and subscribe. That's it. See how simple it is? She says on both eyes, and since you don't want to eat, I'll eat instead. And the next day our heroine goes to the cafe. Suddenly, she finds a strange man standing in front of her wearing glasses. Excuse me, are you Miss Young? She says, yes, I swear I didn't do anything. I'm innocent and just trying to survive. He replies, no, you misunderstood. This time it's all good. I came for good. She says, then what did the little troublemaker Danny do this time? He says, please give me a chance to talk and I'll tell you everything you want to know. And when I say all good, I mean it. I just heard you're looking for a dad. She says, what did you drink this morning, sir? We're at work. Stand straight and talk properly. I'm a respectable grown woman. Why would I be looking for a dad? These are rumors, my sister and I. He says, honestly, I thought she was your daughter. She replies, anyway, I already had one father and he passed away. God rest his soul. I'm fine. I don't need any dads. All I need is $100 to pay my apartment rent. Please, I beg you. Before he can say anything, a handsome, charismatic, high-class guy appears. In short, our hero. He goes straight to our heroine, calmly pulls out his card and says, here you go, I'm Mr. Joe. She says, nice to meet you, sir. What exactly do you want? Just Joe for yourself? He says, that's rude. The man standing in front of you will one day be your father. She says, oh, so you all look like you've lost your minds together or drank something. You two stand straight and talk properly. My father? Who are you, man? Please calm down. He says, relax, calm down. Let's talk comfortably. She goes with him to see where this nonsense is going. When she searches him online, she's shocked to find he's filthy rich, basically a celebrity, owns a huge company, and is so handsome. Every girl dreams of him. Just his 5 cars and beach chalet are enough to blow your mind. She says, I knew it. You definitely took the wrong path, the drugs path, and that path is bad. Stay away from it, he replies. That stuff is forbidden. No, impossible. I don't take anything like that. Shame on you, she says. Then you're officially crazy. What makes a handsome, rich, perfect guy that every girl dreams of? Come tell me he wants to be my father. Either you're stupid or you're playing me, and I swear I'm not useful to you. Don't waste your time with someone like me. I'm far below your level and broke. Enough talk, he says. Give me a chance to talk and defend myself. Do you know a girl named Danny? She says, of course I know her. That's my little sister. I raised her with my own hands. She's adorable. But what does that have to do with you? How do you even know her? Are you into kids or something? He says, I need you to stop. You're going to ruin both your house and mine. Kim, secretary, give her the contract so we can finish with this nonsense. She says, what contract? What am I supposed to sign? He says, just read it and let's be done. Then we back to the restaurant day when they went to eat together. They decided to get to know each other, and our hero discovered Danny was a sweet, very cute girl. She also found out he was rich, handsome, and charming. So she felt comfortable with him and decided to tell him her life story, that she's an orphan, alone, rejected, with no one but one sister who barely even has time for her, and every day she's bullied at school. He feels sorry for her and tries to cheer her up. She says, what makes you treat me so kindly and nicely? Don't tell me you pity me because I'm homeless or want something from me. I mean, I'm this small. What do you even want from me? She adds, maybe you traffic girls or something? He says, hey, stop ruining your own house. How do you even know these things? You're supposed to be watching Spacetoon, Nickelodeon, or NBC3. And you, dear viewer, what were you watching when you were young? She says, that's the problem. Criminals don't look like criminals. They take precautions. But honestly, your words make sense. Even if you were planning something, you're cute and I forgive you. Now let's eat because I'm hungry. But unfortunately, she can't cut her food herself, so he starts helping her. She admits she isn't actually hungry. He's surprised and asks her why she was staring at the restaurant outside. She says, I wasn't staring at the food. I was staring at the father and daughter and felt really jealous of them because I never had a father or a family, except my sister, who's always busy trying to support us. Our hero feels pity and sadness for her, gets an idea and offers to be her father. She thinks he's joking and says, "How and why?" He says, "Because I need a daughter and you need a father, so we complete each other." She gets happy and can't believe it. Finally, she'll have a dad like other people. She says, "Deal." And whoever goes back on their word is blind. Back to reality. Our heroine learns the story, reads the contract, and says, "Your sister is crazy and needs someone crazy like her. No sane person would do this. And shame on you for letting yourself believe a 7-year-old and promise her you'll be her father. If you felt that much pity, at least don't give her false hope and break her heart." He says, "Honestly, I'm not joking with you. I really want to be their father." But she gets angry and says she's not interested. When she goes home, she'll talk to her sister and convince her to stop this nonsense. She warns him not to go near her again. All this talk is useless and she has no interest in them. He says calmly, "It doesn't matter. Danny already signed the contract with me in her own handwriting." She says, "Your words don't matter. I'll talk to my sister and teach her manners." He replies, "Don't make this bigger than it is. It's obvious your sister really needs a father by her side. Didn't you see the way she looked at the father and daughter? Why break her heart like that?" She says, "And I'll break your head right now if you don't leave immediately. Is something wrong with your mind? The age difference between you and me isn't even 4 years, and you want me to call you dad? What I'm dealing with is already enough. What do you want people to say? That I'm crazy like you?" He says, "What do I care about people? We both benefit. Your sister needs a father, and I need a daughter. No one loses. Just try." She says, "Fine. I'll come with you and my sister, and I'll understand why you want a daughter." He decides to tell her the truth. He says his grandmother left behind a huge company and wrote in her will that he would inherit it. But his snake of an uncle told him, "You get nothing unless you get married and have a child." That was my mother's will. When he spoke to his lawyer, they discovered the best solution was to stage a story that he had been married before and was hiding his daughter. Then introduce her at the next meeting to win the inheritance, take the company, and protect it from that pig king. She listens coldly and says, "What a touching story, but what does my sister have to do with all this? Solve your problems away from us. We already have enough problems and drama." He tries to appeal to her again, saying his grandmother loved the company deeply. His uncle is greedy and wants to destroy it, and he wants to protect it for her sake. This finally touches her emotions. She says, "Fine, let me think, and I'll answer you tomorrow." He says, "As you like. By the way, I prepared a surprise for you. I set up a house for you to live in comfortably. I heard you're getting kicked out at the end of the week." Clever guy. And not only that, he says the whole act will only last 1 month. Then everyone goes their separate ways. When our heroine thinks about it, she honestly feels this is an opportunity that won't come again, a really good offer, and she'd be stupid to miss it. But she still decides to discuss it with Leo, since he's her only friend, to reach a solution. She tells him what to do now. Should she listen to our hero and let him be her father for 1 month, since it's all just an act, and in return, get a clean, safe place for her sister until they find an apartment? Leo tells her, "My advice is to stay away from him. None of this makes sense. How does a man come out of nowhere and say, 'I'm her father'? Since the moment I saw that guy, I've been uncomfortable with him. You and your sister should stay away from him." But when she sees Danny and how excited she is to finally have a father, she ignores her mind and chooses her heart. She goes to take Danny to our hero's house, and when they arrive, she's amazed at how big and beautiful it is. Danny is overjoyed and says, "Finally, I have a big house. I can play and run freely." Our hero warmly welcomes her and says, "Get comfortable. We'll sit together and set some rules because we're living here together." She says, "No, wait, what do you mean living together? I thought all this was just for Danny. Why would I live with you?" He gets serious and says, "I can't raise Danny alone. You have to stay with me to take care of her." She agrees, but asks to delay the rules a little until she gets used to the house and him. 3 days later, she brings Danny to the house, and our hero treats her well, giving her allowance, buying her toys and gifts. She's extremely happy, Whenever there's a school camping trip, he books it for her and uses the opportunity to tell our heroine, now that Danny has moved in, the house is ours. Let's sit and set some rules. She says, okay, let's go. He says, first, don't touch my clothes, especially the ones you shouldn't see. Everyone keeps their things private. Understood? She replies, all right. I was wrong to wash them for you. Secondly, I'll set my rule, just like you have a rule. For example, those boxes you threw out yesterday, I could have sold them for $500. Understood? He says, yes, you're right. I shouldn't have tried to make you a neat little person. She retorts, mind your own business. I'm free to live my life. He says, okay, let's move on. Third rule. She says, impress me. He replies, you're not the one who raises their voice in my house. I am. She laughs and says, got it. She goes to check on Danny and sends her a message asking how the camp is. Danny says, everything's great. And her dad even called and sent gifts and money. And her friends started liking her. She's no longer bullied. She's now the cool and popular girl, thanks to her father. Our heroine is happy and thanks our hero for taking care of her sister and helping Danny finally live her childhood. Suddenly a bug appears and she starts trembling. He says, don't worry, I'll handle it. She says she's scared, but he tells her not to joke. He's afraid of bugs too. He steps in, kills it, and she's impressed. She tells Leo that our hero killed the bug that scared her. Leo asks, what was he doing at your house? She says, I didn't tell you, but yes, I've been living there for 2 weeks. Before Leo can react, a stranger comes to her and she confronts him. But our hero arrives just in time and confronts them fiercely. He identifies himself saying, I'm Danny's father and I know it was your kids who bullied her. I have proof, photos and videos, and I'll take you to court. The bullies apologize when they learn he's rich and powerful. Afterward, our heroine starts admiring him even more. She finally feels she has someone strong to support and protect her, someone no one can easily mess with. Back at home, she thanks him for what he did at the cafe. It's what he promised, to protect her and Danny no matter what. He asks her to go out with him and shows her the storage room where he prepared everything for their camping trip so they can enjoy it together. He's always thinking about Danny, making her happy and treating her even better than a real father would. He tells our heroine that Danny is truly like his daughter, and she's the least he can do for such a cute girl. He also uses the moment to talk to our heroine and apologize for what happened last time with his uncle. She realizes he's starting to like her. She boldly asks if he has a problem with anyone seeing them together, and he says he doesn't care and wishes everyone knew they're living together as a family. He emphasizes that she's happy, wanting to know him better. She asks his favorite color. He says pink, and asks hers. She says blue. They bond more, and she says she loves Danny and is willing to do anything to make her happy. Nervously, he finally admits he likes her. She pretends to be confused and asks, you mean you like me, like my sister? He says, no, I like your personality, how you raised your sister on your own without anyone interfering, giving her a good life. I admire your courage and strength. I'm also an orphan. My mother passed away when I was young, and my grandmother raised me. I want to protect the company because it's her last memory. Our heroine is touched and sees he's sincere. She starts liking him even more. They laugh, joke, and talk for a long time. Suddenly, a stranger appears and starts photographing them together. The next day, Danny comes back from her trip, and our heroine runs to greet her, seeing her happy. Danny tells her that our hero picked her up from school, brought gifts, and all her friends are happy too. The same stranger shows up again to photograph all three, and Danny calls our hero Dad. He quickly calls Kang, reporting the situation. It turns out the photographer is Kang's secretary. At that moment, our hero is calmly drinking coffee when he sees our heroine descending the stairs in a pink dress, looking like a princess. He thinks, what is this? Is she trying to tempt me? She's wearing my favorite color. I told her yesterday I like it. Snapping him out of his afternoon daydream, she tells him she's going to her friend's wedding and not to be late because she's prepared a surprise for him when she returns. After that, he goes to meet his assistant, Kim, asking what he plans to do in the next meeting, and whether he will present the plan and continue the play. Our hero hesitates because he's fallen in love with Danny and her sister and doesn't want to put them in danger, knowing Kong wouldn't leave them alone. He tells Kim that he doesn't know what to do now that he's so attached to them. Kim replies that his life has completely changed after meeting these two girls. They've transformed him from a cold person to a caring one, from black and white to all shades of pink. He laughs more than before and can't risk letting them be harmed or losing them. Our hero is deeply moved by Kim's words because everything he said is true. His heroine and her sister have truly changed his life for the better. That day, he decides to confess his love to her and asks her to be officially together in front of everyone. He doesn't care about anyone else, the company, Kang, or anyone else. After the wedding ends, Leo offers to take her home. On the way, she says she's hungry, so he insists on taking her out for dinner, at his expense. Suddenly, her phone rings, and she discovers a photo of her, and our hero has leaked online, causing rumors that she tricked him into being with her. Chaos ensues. The company is in upheaval, and everything is in total disorder. He immediately tries to calm her, assuring her that he's beside her and won't let anyone say a word to hurt her. He gathers her things and tells her, from today, you'll live with me. Forget about that job. You and Danny will live with me, and I won't let anyone harm you. He calls his mother to settle her school debts, telling our heroine that he will pay everything she owes, and she and Danny will live with him. Before they leave, he arrives just in time and stops her, saying he's called many times, and she never answered. He knows he needs to discuss something important with her. Leo intervenes, telling him to leave her alone, since he already did a lot for her. Our hero gets angry. Do you think you can talk to me like that? Were you her guardian, or is it your business now? Let her speak for herself. Are you her lawyer? Frustrated, he reveals his feelings in one go. Do you know who I am? I loved her for 7 years. When she said a sweet word to me, I would sleep on it and dream for 2 days. I told her if there were 2 of her, they'd be 2 moons. If 3, the pyramids. Do you understand? I'm the one who will protect her. He realizes Leo might try to take her away, so he immediately confesses his love, saying he loves both her and Danny and can't live without them. He's ready to announce to the world that he loves her and never took advantage of her. He promises that if she wishes for the moon, he will bring it for her. But she must not leave him. He tells her to think and respond, but he will always wait and love her forever. She asks why he got so angry. He reveals he's loved her secretly for 8 years, waiting for her to notice. He says that even though she went to live with another man, he couldn't hate her. He loves her more than ever and has been waiting for her to reciprocate. He will pay all her debts, take care of Danny, be a father, brother, and friend. Everything she wishes for, he promises to protect her and keep her in his heart. She tells him he's a special person, like the brother she always wanted, and says she can't love him more than that. But in reality, she's already admired him, despite knowing him for only 2 months. He's taught her the meaning of love. For the first time, she feels safe and attached to someone, and she wants to continue the rest of her life with him. He respects her decision and tells her he will always love her, and she will always be dear to him. Eventually, she confesses that she loves him, and he admits he's loved her from the first time he saw her. He proposes that they officially become a couple and announce it to everyone, but she insists he must first return to the company, reclaim his rights, and then they can be together. A month passes, and during this time, they are deeply involved in each other's lives. At the company, he restores his grandmother's legacy, exposes Kong in front of everyone, and protects the company from being exploited. After securing everything, he picks up Danny from school and sees 2 girls bullying her. He quickly intervenes, saying, "I'm her father, what's going on?" He reassures Danny that from now on, these girls will treat her as a friend and sister, and her sweet father will take of her, bringing toys and treats. He then goes to his heroine, who runs to him, asking where he was. He hands her a card, revealing that he has arranged their marriage and promises a grand wedding. He assures her that he will always be by her side, never abandoning her or Danny. She says she doesn't need all that. She's already agreed, and they go to the registrar. And with that, our story ends here. Please like and subscribe. See you in the next drama. Goodbye.